This lesson is order of operations using parentheses, brackets, or braces in numerical expressions, and evaluate expressions with these symbols. Simply stated, that means solving numbers using parentheses, brackets, and braces. There is an order of operations that you must know so that you can solve these problems. The order is parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. To make this easy to remember, someone somewhere came up with this phrase, and it's catchy and easy to remember. And it goes like this: please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. The P stands for parentheses. The E stands for exponents, which is that little number that goes above a number. We won't be doing any of those this lesson. The M stands for multiplication, the D for division, the A for addition, and the S for subtraction. Now, whenever we have multiplication and division in one line with no braces or brackets or parentheses, we always go from left to right. The same goes with addition and subtraction. If there are no symbols, no parentheses, no braces or brackets, they're simply addition and subtraction symbols, then we again always go from left to right and solve the problem that way. Let's do a problem that has no braces or brackets, but it does have multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Using our order of operations, we must start with multiplication. Remember, we say, please excuse parentheses, exponents, my. That's multiplication. So we must multiply 2 times 5 first. We can write the whole problem down as we're going and simply solve that as we go. We would say 8 plus 2 times 5 is 10 minus 11. Now, because we have only addition and subtraction, we will go from left to right and we will solve. 8 plus 10 is 18 minus 11. 18 minus 11 is 7. And there's our answer. Let's do another. Again, we have addition, subtraction, and division. Again, with please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, we have no multiplication here, but we do have division, so we must solve the division part first, even though there are no parentheses. We would say 6 minus 3 plus 2. Now we go from left to right. 6 minus 3 is 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. And there's our answer. Now we're going to move to a problem that has parentheses. Within the parentheses, we work in the same manner. We use our order of operations within the parentheses. We'll say 7 plus 2 times 8 is our multiplication. 2 times 8 is 16. And we'll keep our parentheses. 16 minus 4. Now we'll work within our parentheses again. 16 minus 4 is 12. 7 plus 12 is 19. And there's our answer. Let's move on to one that has parentheses and brackets. When we have parentheses and brackets, we always solve the inside problem first. That would be this and this. So we'll start with those numbers within the parentheses, but I'm going to write the problem as I go. 3 times, I'm going to use the bracket. 9 plus 4 is 13. Minus 2 times 6 is 12. I'm going to write my bracket. Now we've solved the parentheses, but we must solve the bracket for next. So we say 3 times, well, 13 minus 12 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3, and we're done. Let's move on to another problem. This one also has parentheses and brackets. And again, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We must start with our parentheses and brackets. So we start our problem 4 times. I'm going to write the bracket. 2 times 4 is 8 minus 9 minus 2 is 7. Write my bracket. Then we'll solve our 8 minus 7. 4 times 1. And 4 times 1 is 4. And we've solved another problem. It's not as difficult as it might seem. The next one's going to look very complicated, but remember, we solve the inmost set of groupings first and we work outward. That means we will start with 7 plus 4 and 11 minus 7. So we'll say 8 times, draw your brace and your bracket. We're going to solve the parentheses. 7 plus 4 is 11 times 2, write your bracket, minus, write your bracket again. 11 minus 7 is 4 times 4, bracket, and then brace. Now we're going to solve within our brackets these two problems. 8 times, write your brace, 11 times 2 is 22, minus 4 times 4 is 16, write your brace. We're getting close. Now we need to know what is 22 minus 16. That'll be the next thing we solve. That would be 6, so we'll have 8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48. When you take it step by step, starting with the innermost grouping and work your way out, it's not as hard as it might seem. We're going to do one more practice problem. We're going to start again with our parentheses, and we're going to write our whole thing out. 3 times, write your brace and your bracket. 9 plus 7 is 16, plus 7, draw your brace, minus, draw the brace. 3 plus 6 is 9, plus 9, bracket and brace, minus 4. Now we're going to solve these two parts. 3 times, draw your brace, 16 plus 7 is 23, minus 9 plus 9 is 18, brace, minus 4. 23 minus 18 is 5, so we'll have 3 times 5 minus 4. Because we have multiplication, we'll do that first. 3 times 5 is 15 minus 4. 15 minus 4 equals 11. And there's our problem. That concludes this lesson.